Go.
Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome to the Friendzone podcast. I am your co-host, Cody Peterson. I'm with other co-host, Kyle Edmonds, and the other co-host, Connor Riddell. And welcome to the channel for our third episode. And today, guys, before we get into the stuff we're going to talk about on the podcast, I just wanted to do a little bit of an update about the last episode. We talked about 10 likes, and we will get Logan Lee on the podcast. Well, since everything with the coronavirus has happened recently, we are going to push that back until all this is settled and we can actually meet up, because if you guys can't see on screen right now, we are not actually sitting down together recording this. We are actually all on Xbox right now recording this over our mics, so we can still get these episodes out for you today. And the first thing that we're going to talk about is the coronavirus, and we're going to do a little bit of an update on that as we go into this.
I can't leave.
Oh my
You
god.
want to elaborate
You're
on
not
that?
supposed to leave, but I can't leave. My parents don't want me to.
We were going to
That's
try
just
and record
normal.
some episodes of this, but
Shit.
Connor's parents have just been very strict about this, and it's insane.
Well, they
but
should be strict about it because it's fucking dangerous.
It is, yeah, but
People
I'm
shouldn't
going
be
to work
hanging out
every
with
day,
people
so.
right now.
Yeah, but so let's see. One of the things we want to talk about is the U.S. is now the #1 country for coronavirus cases, and let's say we have what 150,000 cases, I think.
Yeah, I
US.
haven't looked
I'll check.
at it.
Yeah,
As
it's
of
like
recently,
150
but-
some thousand cases. Trump released a statement saying that the quarantine is, or whatever it's called, is until like April 30th
Stay-at-home
now.
order.
The stay-at-home order, okay,
Type
it's until
deal.
the 30th. So yeah, looking at this, I'm saying that we're probably not going to be going back to school this year
No.
for at least this semester.
Nope.
I think it's gonna be, yeah, because we haven't even hit the peak yet. Is one of the things that I've noticed is, if you look at it, China's had their peak, other countries have, but U.S. 150,000 cases and haven't hit our peak yet. So I'm a little bit interested.
Actually, Cody,
in
it's 142,000 cases.
Whatever.
close
I
enough.
mean, it's
close enough.
It's around the same.
I'm just telling you. Oh, we're in the dark red, or decently red. Yay, Illinois.
Let's see. Illinois has what, 4,000 cases?
Oh yeah.
4,500 cases.
we have
Almost
a-
4,600.
We have a decent amount. Obviously, Chicago plays a huge part in that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Um,
I say.
We're in the top 10. So
Yeah.
Say what is it? Illinois has 2,500 deaths, or no, not Illinois. Sorry, the U.S. has 2,500 deaths, I believe. So
Yeah.
this is kind of getting kind of serious here, which
oh
is
Lord.
interesting, because from what I've heard so far, Illinois, if things get worse, like they're just gonna have it to where I forget what it's called, but where you have to stay indoors, and if you're caught outside with not an actual reason,
Called martial law. Cody.
martial law. Thank you. I couldn't think of the name. Okay, but you knew what I was talking about.
I don't
I'm just
know
seeing
if
a
I
headline
don't
on this,
think it'll. I don't know.
Political USA. Pelosi blames Trump for deaths and hints at investigation from this coronavirus.
Oh, for the love of gosh. Oh.
There's only so
No.
much a man can do.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, that, and I think one of the reasons why there's been such a surge in confirmed cases is because people weren't getting tested before, but now that people are being tested, obviously numbers are going to go up. It still needs to be taken as severe as it is. It still needs to be taken seriously, obviously.
I
But-
think another thing to play in that is that people aren't taking this serious. You have people that
No,
are and
yeah.
people that aren't. Like in like our town, like I'll see people, like kids walking outside all the time, and then you had like with Florida, like spring break.
You're better
People aren't
off
taking
being
this
outside,
serious.
I've heard from a lot of doctors.
Well, I
Because
mean,
Well, yeah,
there's
no,
a
but I
difference
mean,
you're
between being
inside, being
outside.
close to people.
No.
There's a
I'm
difference
meaning
between
outside in
being
groups.
outside, being in groups bigger than 10. That's not your immediate family. That's the problem. Kids are still getting together and having parties, spring break parties. People in Miami, I saw a thing on it, and they just didn't care because they had already spent money and put money down to go there and party, and they just don't care. So I mean, it
So-
does need to be taken seriously, obviously.
What's more important, the money you spent on this vacation or your life? That's what it's coming down to.
Money spent on vacation.
That's what people are choosing.
Oh,
Yeah,
Is that what you choose,
and
Connor?
it's not going to directly
Why
affect
not?
them
You
because
spent
I
money
mean
on that.
they're kids,
Oh my God.
but it's the stuff that they can pass it on to older people or people who have immunodeficient problems.
You know what
That's
I
the
think we
thing.
should look into for finding the cure for COVID?
Oh gosh,
Queen
this is
of England, man. Seemed like that lady cannot die.
Oh Jesus.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. You can go right ahead and try and figure that out, Connor.
She's freaking ancient, man.
She is old. Like she's old.
But not
Like,
yeah.
take
She's...
some of her blood and give it to everybody.
Oh my
Oh, Betty
gosh.
White. Betty White also, man.
Yeah, she's.
What is she, like 98 or
She's
something?
yeah, she's almost 100, I think.
Yeah, she's almost in triple digits.
Yeah.
She's getting up. She's getting up there. No, but so how are you guys doing with quarantine? Or like staying inside?
I was gonna say, yeah, put that down below in the comments. If you've had any crazy stories or anything like weird that you've seen at stores or stuff, put that down in the comments below because we'd like to hear it and we'd like to see it because there's a lot of definitely
A lot of
weird
things going
people
on. Like
out there
well,
and doing shit. It's kind of
that
funny to
shit-
be honest.
jobs are getting. It's like a lot of jobs are going down, like skeleton crews or just having people work from home. Like it's just insane. Like my mom's at home now. Let's see, me and my dad are the only two that are working now in the house because my mom can work at home. It's just insane. Cause like Connor, what does your mom do now with U.S. Cellular?
They don't let people come in the store. They go out to their cars. Then they spray off their phone and then that way.
And then they go in and fix it and then bring it back out.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So what about your dad?
He has to go to work like twice a week for like 4 hours or 2 hours or
Okay.
something, just to clean up and stuff.
Gotcha.
About you, Kyle?
I was gonna say,
your
yeah,
parents?
my dad, he works out of prison, and they can't just shut down the prison. So, I mean, he still
Or they
goes
could
to
just
work.
introduce COVID into it and let all the prisoners die, so we don't have to pay taxes
Oh.
on them.
Well, I don't know if they're gonna be doing that
I
anytime
heard a
soon.
rumor that the Democrats, there's a high security prison, and COVID got in there. I don't know if this was true. I've heard about it. I heard that I don't know whether or not. Don't count me as a credible source.
Don't quote Connor as a
Don't
source.
quote me, but they wanted to release the prisoners so they can be more
Oh,
quarantined
Oh,
when they're
Jesus.
in individual cells
I was gonna say they're about as quarantined as
you can
As it gets.
possibly get.
possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're
That's a-
murders.
that's-
They wanted to release them so they can see their families.
Well,
Oh,
no,
Lord.
they made a stupid decision. They have to pay the price for it.
Yeah.
I-
That,
if-
and then
if
my
you-
mom's
honestly,
working
if you
from
went to
home
prison,
right
you
now.
should just freaking. I'm not gonna say it.
Connor.
Not gonna say it.
Connor.
Yeah, you know, we should chill down. We should try to get into a more lighthearted mood. And obviously, with that, I want to take a moment of silence because a beloved video and character of ours, of a certain YouTuber,
The bunny will be missed.
has been taken down. If you guys don't know what we're talking about Wabbit season. And Wabbit season, yes, I'm pronouncing it correctly. Me Canyon, he's a YouTuber. He does animations and stuff, and they're pretty funny. They're kind of fucked up, but they're hilarious. And Warner Brothers copyright claimed one of his videos,
Stuff me like a Thanksgiving turkey.
and you guys
So-
should just go check that out. It's pretty hilarious.
no.
But we're gonna take a moment of
That's
silence
from the
here.
SpongeBob one.
We're gonna be taking
Yep,
a
those
5-second moment of silence here,
5
starting
second?
now. All right, guys. Thanks for the moment of silence. Moving on to the next topic. We wanted to get a little bit more lighthearted since coronavirus is kind of bogging everything down. It's been bringing everyone's been stuck inside. People are probably bored, so I wanted to come up with some funny and cool stuff for you guys. So one of the topics we want to talk about today is so the funniest thing that happened during high school, or maybe not at school, but like during your high school years. And obviously we just graduated from high school last year, so we have some of these things fresh in our mind. We'd like to bring them
I
to
have
you
a
guys.
story. I got a good one.
All right, Connor goes first then. Connor goes first.
Okay. Okay. Our friend group consists of a lot of people who play video games because we like to play video games, and it involved a night where we all got together for an ARC party. A video game that let's just say takes up your life quite a bit. So we all got together
More than a
that
bit.
night and shut up, Kyle. But anyway, we were playing the game. We got done, hung out, played a board game or two, and one of our buddies got really tired. You might know him already because he was on our last podcast, Caden Jackson. So anyway, he went to sleep.
I hate you. Why are you telling this story?
Forgot he's still in the party.
Oh crap. Technical difficulties.
Yeah. Cody, your host. Just remember that.
Yeah. Sorry, we're doing this over Xbox, so we might have some technical difficulties.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, he goes to sleep. Okay. We go into our buddy's kitchen that we might have on the podcast, just depending on whether or not. I'm not just going to say his name because no one knows him yet. But anyway, we make a concoction, okay? Of like vinegar, apple cider vinegar, ketchup, Worcestershire sauce,
We had those like
anything we
beef
could find in the
cubes.
kitchen, and mix it
Bouillon,
up.
beef bouillon cubes.
We mixed it all up, okay? Mixed it all up. Pepper, anything we could think of. Put it in a turkey baster. I don't know if you guys can think this is where it's going, but you probably are guessing wrong. We did not do what you thinking we're doing with the turkey baster. But anyway, he decided to shove it in his nose and squeeze the living hell out of it.
It was quite the sight
Was
to
it
see.
funny?
Oh
It
my
was
gosh.
absolutely fucking hilarious.
It was hilarious,
He
eh?
immediately gets up on all fours and starts blowing out his nose
On the pillow.
on his pillow, staining it purple.
Yeah, because we put food coloring in it.
Yeah.
Oh, you did put food coloring in. And he's coughing. He's like, like you know how a cat like when they
Coughs up
vomit,
a
they're
fur ball, yeah.
That's what he was doing. He was like, goes in the bathroom and starts shoving water down his nose. It
Dude.
was burning.
It was hilarious.
So
Oh
funny.
Lord.
Probably
Only
wasn't
if we
fun
had-
for him.
Wait, Cody, do you have the video still?
I don't have the video. No, those are my old phone.
Ah,
that
damn.
broke.
Wait.
I was gonna say, if someone
Dude,
has the
Matt might
video,
have it.
we might be able to put it up on the podcast here in post production. Well, if we can get that
that'd be
footage
so
for you,
funny.
we will, because that was absolutely hilarious. Thank you
That's
for
one of my favorite moments of high school.
all
Oh,
right.
yeah.
And Cody, what do you
Kyle?
got for us?
Oh, you want me to go? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Which one? I'm gonna.
Let's go Myrtle Beach first. Let's do that
Myrtle
one.
Beach. All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So, I played baseball. So did Kyle. And for our senior year, we went to Myrtle Beach for baseball, just to play down there. And let's see. We got back from a. Was it a game? We got back from our game.
Yeah, we got back
Get
from a
ready
game.
to go hang out. So we're just chilling, and
We had this house, you see. So it was this
we had this-
enormous house, and it had like, how many rooms would you say? It had at least 8 rooms.
eight
Eight rooms, and they could
and-
have 4 people apiece to these rooms. So we
Yeah,
had a
and
lot
so-
of people.
my younger cousin went with, and he was in one room and I was in the other room, and it was very loud in there. So I went in there, and he started mouthing off to me. So we got in a little bit of a tussle, and next thing you know, I have him in a headlock, and I'm giving him a noogie. And the next thing you know, he decides the way to get out was to start elbowing the wall. Well, next thing you know, boom, his elbow goes through the wall. Everybody went dead silent. Was dead silent.
It was dead silent,
And-
dude. I heard it down
and
the
the next
hall.
thing-
I was down the hall, and I heard like the boom, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Everyone goes quiet and like starts giggling, and we
And
hear
everybody's
our coach downstairs, Jeremy, and he was just like, "What
What
the
was that?"
fuck was that?" And everyone's like,
Yeah.
"Oh!" Everyone zooms to their room, and I'll let
everybody
Teddy-
came to the room and saw what happened, and then as soon as was it Z-Cat came in and was like, oh shit. Then Chuck came in, was like, oh no, and then Jeremy came in and started cussing us out, and was like, what the fuck, what happened, why the fuck did you guys do that, this and that, F-bomb with everything. Yeah, he was not keeping his cool there, so we went downstairs and he was yelling that Oh my gosh, I just remember I was just sitting there. I was just like, oh shit, this is where it's going.
It was so
I
funny.
was like,
We were at our door. It was like Seth, Skylar, Dawson, and I were like at the door, and we're like recording like some of the shit that was being said, because like it probably wasn't fun for you guys getting yelled at, but it was so
I didn't
freaking
give a shit.
funny at the
I was
time.
done. I already made my decision that I was done
Yeah,
with the baseball.
there's a lot of good
So
stories down at
yeah,
Myrtle Beach that year.
involving my family. Yeah.
I was gonna say the Petersons have a very interesting behavior history, so we'll probably say a
Yeah.
lot more stories of that in some
Oh
more
my god, no, it was
podcasts.
hilarious because that was probably one of the highlights was that happening. Because for me, even though I got bitched at by the coach, I was just sitting there. I was laughing my ass off on the inside because he was so pissed about this, and I'm like, ha ha ha, fuck you, buddy, I'm done. Oh
Okay.
shit, that was a good that was a good memory.
Yeah,
All right,
that was funny at the time.
at the time it was well,
Like
yeah.
even now looking back on it, it's probably more funny. But like I just remember at the time, everyone was like in the room looking at it. We're like, oh shit, and then you just hear Jeremy like yell, and we're like, oh fuck, and then we just like all run back and we're like at
Everybody
our doors
bolted to the
listening.
rooms.
It was pretty funny.
It was. So, what's one of your favorite high school memories, Kyle?
So one of my favorite, like the funniest high school moments. Huh. Okay. I mean, one of them was probably when we went to the Mississippi Valley Fair last year, our senior year. So
Oh shit.
we go there or beforehand. So this was, I think, Jake Owen was the concert
Jake
for that
Owen.
night, and they have concerts throughout the entire week. So it was Jake Owen, and beforehand we decided to pregame up a little bit. I mean, we didn't drive. We had someone else who didn't pregame it up drive because it was we are responsible, at least that responsible. We didn't get like we weren't like stupid.
Blacked
Yeah,
out.
it was just a little bit just to get us feeling good, go in, have a little bit more fun at the thing because you can't get it while you're there basically. Yeah, I'm not going to really say it out loud because people you know what we're talking about basically. But it was hilarious.
We do not promote this.
Not at all. Not at all.
No.
I mean, you probably shouldn't do this, especially if
No.
you're underage.
Under
But
the age.
yeah, we're just saying a hilarious story that came from it. Obviously, you shouldn't do it at all. But this is what happened. This is kind of what transpired. So we went to the concert, and we didn't really realize Connor and I were talking, and we were in line to get into this thing.
I forgot you guys left me while I took a piss next to the car.
And so basically what happens is Connor and I are in line and it's about to start. I think we were like 15 minutes before it started. And they say, rise for the national anthem. So Connor and I turn for the national anthem and we just look up like at the flag. And when everyone was quiet,
they had a parachuter jumping
Yeah.
jumped in as it was coming down.
so we
as
were
they
like
sang the
looking
national
up,
anthem.
and at that moment we realized that we were a little bit more lost in the sauce than than probably
Same.
probably we should have been. But I mean, it was hilarious.
Lost our balance a little bit. Like,
Yeah,
it felt like we were about to fall over.
Oh yeah, we realized that it was we just didn't know, we didn't really feel it, but then we stood there and like stood still and then it hit us. But that's not even the funny part. The funny part is before what happened, before getting there. So I was like, I had to take a piss, but there's a lot of traffic around this. It's like a outdoor fairgrounds type area, and there's a lot of traffic before you get there, so you're like waiting in line. So like I was like, shit, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking take a piss. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna get out the car,
We're gonna go to the bushes.
go to the bushes. No one's gonna see me. Take a piss, and then I'm gonna run straight back
Absolute retard.
and get into the car because I mean, there was no cops around. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go take a piss. Like it's in the bushes. It's no one's like yard or it's probably someone's property, but it's just like it was bushes. So I was like, you know what? Fuck. It was like in trees too. So I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but it was
Nice.
funny because I run out and I'm pissing, and then I come back and then I'm like, oh shit, I'm feeling around and I'm like, my fucking wallet, and we're moving forward in the car. And I was like, oh shit, where'd my fucking wallet go? And then I was like, oh shit, oh my god, and we're still driving along. And finally, I get up, and it was like underneath like my ass the entire time, and I was like, oh my god. Phew.
Oh my gosh, that was so
I
hilarious.
think Cody has a little bit of that on
I have
camera.
a snippet of it.
Yeah, we can go ahead and put that probably on the podcast too, because
Oh gosh.
that was pretty hilarious as well.
That was a very funny night.
My God.
Where's my wallet?
No. Fuck. I don't know.
That was a good night. It was a good night. Afterwards, Cody and I, we went over to McDonald's, and we waited for a friend to pick us up because obviously we weren't fit to drive at
Driving
all.
home.
Yeah, we were just trying to be responsible people. Some people weren't responsible, but I mean, we tried to be because we're not absolute dumbasses. We were pretty dumb sometimes. Don't get us wrong, but we did get a ride.
Kyle's very dumb.
And we're like, we need some food, so he drove us to McDonald's and we got food. And
Gosh.
at this point, I wasn't even feeling it anymore. I was fine. And we get back, and I'm getting all comfortable, and I'm laying down. We go back to his apartment, and I sleep. And it's about an hour into my sleep, me sleeping, and I get up. I had the worst headache of my life. This was not any migraine. This was, I don't know what it was, but I was up throughout the night puking my brains out, and I don't know what fucking hit me. I really don't. It must have been a bug or something I caught from someone at the fair. I had an extreme raging headache, and it just didn't go away at all, and it was the worst pain I've probably almost felt in my life.
Kyle, did you shoot heroin?
I did not shoot heroin. I do not do illegal
drugs.
drugs.
Oh, okay.
Caffeine and alcohol,
Vicodin, what?
and obviously fucking
I remember
hydrocodone. I
listening to you just
snort
being in the bathroom,
hydrocodone
just
all the time.
Oh my gosh,
Just kidding.
Kyle.
I'm kidding.
I still remember that. You just being in the bathroom. I was like, ugh.
Meat Canyon is live right now, doing cleansing his body with whiskey. What happened to rabbit season?
I mean,
Oh.
I felt that.
Yeah. So do you guys got any other funny stories you want to talk about?
Oh shit. Just overall, or do you just want to talk about just funny stories throughout high school?
High school.
I
think we'll go with that.
Yeah, we can still
Connor,
go through a lot of the funny
Connor,
shit happened.
yeah. Connor, you got another one?
Nope.
Dude, there's
All right.
plenty more funny shit that happened. Let me.
Yeah. All right. I got one. I'm gonna do my how I got.
Oh, I
attention.
got one.
Okay, Connor, go.
All right, let's hear it.
This goes back to our consumer ed class.
Oh
And
god.
Kyle on the PC.
Oh no. Okay, I do remember this. This was funny. Funny.
Kyle has the tendency to like playing the piano on the computer.
Now, I have no idea how to play piano, on an actual piano. But for some reason, in study hall, I'd get bored, and instead of doing my homework, I would just go on, a website
Whoever
and,
did their homework in study hall.
No one did. It was
No one
nap
did,
time.
no.
We literally took naps. Ask Caden. So,
I took a nap.
he could probably attest to that. But, yeah.
And I took a nap in English every time because
And
I
I'd
didn't
play
could not
fucking
stand our
piano.
teacher.
And it was consumer ed, and I had, finished my homework, and we had, time left before class ended, so I'll let Connor continue.
But anyways, he starts doing this thing on the computer, and our teacher walks over and she goes, "Kyle, what are you doing?" Kyle's like, "Oh, I'm playing the piano." She's like, "Stop." It was 3 minutes before the bell. Okay, everybody's done. Kyle starts going on the piano again, and she from the crossroom, "Kyle, what are you doing? I told you to get off that, or some along the lines of that.
She
She's
goes,
like,
Mr. Edmonds. She's like, Mr. Edmonds? What did I
Mr.
tell you about
Edmonds.
playing the piano? He's calling
the
me
sound was coming
Mr.
out of it.
Like,
Yeah,
calling
you
me
could,
Mr. Edmonds.
You could hear the noise from him playing the piano, like a little bit. The sound was up.
I
a
don't know
little bit.
about you guys, but I took a nap during the Dave Ramsey videos.
Same.
Dude, there's
He's the
times
fan
where...
of the day.
Okay, yeah, I have a hilarious story. Yeah, from, so I think it was like 90s Day. Like, it was during, like,
Oh, dear
Spirit
God.
Week.
When you,
It was
you
90s
dressed
Day.
up as Doc. Oh,
So
dear God.
my dumbass dresses up as Dr. Disrespect. Now I had this entire fit. I had the hair, the headset, the glasses, the mustache. Everything looked primo. And you can't see through my sunglasses. So I'm sitting in class and she's standing up. I'm not going to say the teacher's name, but she was standing up there. I'd say anywhere from halfway to the door to the screen, and then there was the screen, and she would pause it and talk and then to go back to the video. So I aimed my eyes about midway in between the screen and the teacher, and I sat there and I slept. I just slept sitting straight up, but like you couldn't see. I was just kind of like sitting there, and then Cody was like tapped me when it was done. Oh, it was hilarious. But yeah, I don't think we have any pictures of that. But
No, sadly
we
don't.
were in class. What?
no, like just
Yeah,
from the day.
We don't have any pictures of Doc.
Oh.
Of the
No.
two-time.
It might be in the yearbook, whatever year that was.
Yeah, it could be.
The
I
90s
mean-
Day.
That was
I don't-
senior's year.
I don't think I went down when they said that though.
Of course,
Oh.
Kyle's too cool for that. No, but my other
Is it
funny story
Edmund?
is gonna be, senior year. We were in study hall, and me and another kid, another senior in my class, we're the only seniors in there, and we left like 5 minutes before the bell rang, like 2 days in a row, and in the past 2 days we didn't get caught or anything. We were all good, but then
Well, you were
the
cruising for trouble in that. And I know the teacher of what city
Yeah.
hall you were in. You were cruising for freaking bruising, man. I don't feel bad for anything about you. That was just a bad idea. Wrong teacher to do that. Any other teacher would have been fine, but you chose the wrong one.
yeah, no, but one of one of our friends in the class asked where I was, and the teacher overheard and noticed that me and the other senior were gone, and so we get wrote up for that. So we get a detention for that. And I think it was like during senior day, when everybody else was like testing and doing stuff like that. I remember the dean of students came into there and was like, "You caught skipping class one day?" I'm like, which day? Which are you talking about? And he's like, this day. I was like, yeah. He's like, all right, you get detention.
The way you said that, you're like, what day? Oh yeah, I was doing it that day. Like, that was your
Yeah,
response.
I didn't think I said, I questioned it before. I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, study hall. I was like, yeah, I did. Like, detention. I was like, okay, all right, fine. I got I think 2 detentions senior year. I don't know.
I don't know. It's all in good fun though.
Yeah, it was all fun. So was the study hall teacher. Or no, sorry, not study hall. Detention teacher. We were good. We got let out like 20 minutes early. I was like, bet. Big bet.
Yeah, detention really wasn't much of anything. I remember getting a detention back in... Okay, so yeah, this is another funny story. The only detention I got throughout middle school and high school was, I think, it was one day in study hall. So I was a sophomore at this time, and on Google Classroom, one of my classes from freshman year was still up on there. And I was like, you know what? And they took down all the assignments and everything was gone. So I type on there, except for this one thing. This is notes. It was like a notes thing. So I go on there and I'm like typing, and I like press post because I'm like, no one's in the class anymore. I don't know why I am. Little did I know, typing in that automatically emails the teacher of that class. So I go, what did I say? oh, yeah, I unsubmitted the thing that I posted like a year ago. I said, unsubmitting this piece of crap. And I was like, ha ha ha, funny, funny, funny. And Jacob, one of our friends.
I remember this.
Jacob was sitting.
Bursting into the classroom.
Wait, though. Because what he does is he types, like, I think a minute after that, he's like, I'm going to type something. And the teacher, she's like a environmentalist. You could say she likes the environment or whatever, and she would hate people with like diesel trucks and hate talking about like burning tires. So he types in about a minute after mine. He goes gas or diesel, and he posts that in just as like a joke. We didn't know that it emailed them. So the teacher comes down after my comment, not seeing Jacob's. And she comes down to our study hall and she goes, would you stop emailing me this stuff? What do you mean that this piece of crap? And I was like, I was talking about like my work. And she's like, I don't want to see it again. And then she leaves, and our study hall teacher thought we were just like working on homework. So she was like, the hell are you doing? Do I need to like monitor you? I was like, no. And then Jacob goes, and Jacob, I thought it was all fine. Jacob goes, she didn't say anything about mine. And I was like, oh no. She comes down, she comes back down again and goes, could you stop emailing me, Jacob, or something like that? And I was like, and we were like, oh God. And then our study hall teacher was like,
I don't think she said stop emailing me.
Yeah, she did, because she said it sent personal email. It sends her work thing an email.
She was disappointed and felt like because you guys were being rude, kinda. And I don't think she said stop sending me emails. She's like, why did you guys say those things? Or something along those lines.
No, she didn't say anything until later.
She pulled you guys out, I'm pretty sure.
No, she didn't. She did not. She went back to class, and at the end of the day, Jacob and I went down to her class and apologized for it. And then she got like really defensive. She thought when I said unsubmitting this piece of crap that I was talking about the assignment she posted or some shit, even though I was unsubmitting my own work. Who
gave you the detention?
She did.
Okay,
and a couple days later, I didn't think I was going to get a detention. And then a couple days later, Dean of Students comes down and is like, you got a detention for Tuesday. I was like, oh, all right. And I was just like, all right, whatever.
Did you have to do one of those stupid papers?
Yeah, it's like, what'd you do? It's like, what'd you do? Explain your side. Again? Are you gonna do it again? Like.
What did you learn from this?
Yeah, what did you? It was so BS, and I've never been to detention before, so I wrote out a thing and I handed it to the teacher in detention, and she was like, "Oh, you didn't have to do all this. This isn't English class." And I was like, "Oh," I was just like, "I've never been in detention before, obviously."
Wait, they're required to do what? Okay.
She was like, "You didn't need to go all out for this." I guess I wrote a paragraph on like, what did I learn?
A paragraph.
I wrote like four sentences. I wrote like 4 sentences. That was it.
I wrote like a sentence. No, dude, I got detention like so many times. Actually, now I'm looking at it, I got detention like 4 or 5 times, at least.
Yeah. I mean, really, detentions don't even really do anything. Suspensions do, but
yeah,
detentions.
I never got one of those. I was not that bad.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I have one more story, and it's from middle school, because I had to include this. This is absolutely hilarious. So one day in PE, I wasn't even in this PE class, but I got a recount of what happened. So there's this, in the middle of the gym at our middle school, there's a divider that goes down and rolls back up. And there was this kid in our class. I'm not going to say his last name. I'll just say his first name.
Is it, wait.
Colin.
Was it 6th grade? Yes. I was in night gym class.
Yeah. And this kid decides he's going to like hang on to the thing when it's rolling up. But when it's rolling up, he puts his like forearm in the rolling thing.
Yeah.
And they just keep going. And the teacher's like has their back and has the key in the wall that's like rolling this up.
Rolling it up.
And he fucking gets picked up off the ground. He's like, oh, stop. And I heard he was like screaming and shit.
He was screaming.
And he broke his fucking arm. Kid.
Why would you put your hand in or your arm in there?
That was, I don't know.
Come on.
It was, that was so dumb.
He's a little different.
He definitely was. This kid that we're talking about got expelled because he had a hit list and he said he was going to kill everyone.
Oh.
Yeah, he
Meat
said
Canyon
has school.
Meat Canyon has confirmed another Ed and Eddie video.
That's pretty dope.
Connor, remember, were you in there when it happened? 6th grade?
Nope.
Math class? Weren't you
Math
in that class?
Yeah, I was.
Were you there when the sub was there?
Yeah, me and you were the ones who got the detentions.
Let's hear this.
You would have saved me too.
For absolutely no fucking reason. Because she said that we were talking.
Yeah, no. It was
she
stupid.
wrote our names down.
Yeah. She just wrote names down of people who were talking when... No, it was not the case. I remember what we were doing. We were like... Did notes and everything.
What stupid sub was that?
I don't remember what sub it was.
We had some weird subs. Now that I think about it,
yeah.
We had some wackos.
What I remember is that the day after the sub was there, like there's like a dozen of, or no, there's like 6 or 7 of us, I'd say, that got sent down to the principal's office, and they're like, you guys are all written down for talking and being disruptive in the class.
We weren't sent down to the principal. No, Miss pulled us out of class and fucking talked to us.
Oh, I thought it was the we were.
I never went down to the principal's office. Miss pulled me out of class and was like, "You guys have a detention because you guys were talking."
Yeah, and it's funny thing is that they didn't even hear our side of the story.
Oh, I said her. Bleep out that, Kyle. Bleep that. Oh, oops.
Who'd you say?
I said a name.
The teacher.
Oh, I'll bleep it out. Don't worry.
Yeah, but no, they didn't want to hear our side of the story.
What's the time?
We got 36:43. We got about 10 minutes left for this episode.
No, but yeah, like I said, they didn't even hear our side of the story. There's like, oh, detention. I'm like, okay, all right, fine. Don't hear our side of the story. It's one-sided here. Bunch of BS.
We were kids, Cody.
Yeah, no, we don't get a say.
You guys were like, what, 11, 12 years old?
We weren't very old. Not even teenagers yet.
No.
We're still kids.
Yeah, we don't know what we're doing.
We have a say.
Yeah.
We did know what we were doing, Cody. We were 11.
You're right, Connor.
Our first year with lockers, our first year with multiple classes that we had to go to different classes for.
No, we did that in 5th grade.
Oh my God! You count the one time we went to social studies, or like, and then the week before we went the one time to English class, or the one time to science class. No, I don't count that, Cody. Lord.
Okay, calm down.
Oh,
calm
and
down.
the history teacher. Oh Lord. 5th grade.
Golden Goblet. No, 6th grade. Golden Goblet.
Dude, that's literally a high school.
Best book ever.
That's a high school level. I remember people were struggling so hard with that.
Yeah.
My grandma struggled with that. She did all the homework for me.
My mom got an extra copy of it, and legit, as soon as the class was done,
she read the book, and my grandma was like,
book.
My grandma was like, "There's no way you could understand any of this. This is retarded. Why are they having you reading this?
It was just mandatory.
This ruins reading for everybody.
This
is retarded." And then she's
the
like,
book wasn't mandatory. It was just you had to read something.
No, the book was a mandatory part of Common Core standards because I remember growing up through middle school and at the end of elementary, Common Core standards became a thing.
You don't hear about that anymore.
No.
No, it was because the only reason why it was such a big deal is because
who put that into fucking play. President. One, it was Obama, and then our stupid freaking governor too.
I don't think these are.
On presidents I dislike. I dislike
Obama. You can dislike him.
He didn't do very many good things.
Yes, but you don't have to call him.
I'm sorry, he's a. I'm sorry.
All right.
You got smart people, and then you got your not so smart people. Okay. Trump, smart guy. Abraham Lincoln, smart guy. FDR, smart guy. John F. Kennedy, smart guy. Ronald Reagan, smart guy. Best president ever, by the way. George H.W. Bush, smart guy. Bill Clinton, smart guy. But then you have those 8 years where it's just like, you hear him talk and you're just like, why? Why? Why are you doing this?
All right, so to get off
You
of
got
that,
Connor's political view.
Maybe
there.
Yeah,
not the word because I feel like that could be sensitive to some people. So
yeah,
just
who
make
the
it
fuck
about-
cares? Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of a disclaimer right here, right now. If you don't like what we say or think it's offensive, don't get offended on someone else's behalf. If you don't like what we're saying, click off the damn video.
Kyle, but that's not
No
how
one's
people roll
no
anymore.
one is forcing. No one's forcing you to
Each
watch
of us
it.
have our own views on everything and our own opinion. It's called freedom of speech. We have a right to speak our opinions, and if you don't
Cody,
like it,
people are offended by those things.
Yes.
Take it to the next
No one
level.
cares.
And
No
you
one
can
cares.
get in trouble for saying those things.
I cannot get in trouble for saying someone is a on a podcast.
Well, my parent can.
Then
well, the thing is, guys, if you
No.
guys do not like the
False.
content that you are watching, if you do not like our opinions or views on something, then you can watch
Die
something
in a
else.
hole.
Okay.
no, just don't. You don't have to watch the video. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, just don't watch the video.
If you don't like
Just
it, then don't watch it. I mean,
Yeah, don't watch it. Don't be one of those people that just it's negative on every single video and post hate comments, dislikes the video. No.
in
we're not
reality,
trying-
I feel bad for the people who do that because they have to spend
Yeah.
time out of their day bringing other people
I was
down.
born in the wrong decade.
Oh, jeez,
Oh
we're
my
gonna get this started
God.
again.
Yeah. All right. Explain to us, Connor. Why were you born in the wrong decade? Let's split this
Because
out.
I'm just not that type of person. I like the good old days.
Well, there's people
Especially the
that
Or
live
if you
now.
disagreed
80s
with
and
someone, you
90s.
could shoot
The
them.
golden years, man. Fixed rate mortgages were always a thing. People didn't have that much debt. It was just better then. And you got to live with Ronald frickin' Reagan. The best president ever. And then after Reagan, you got frickin' Bush Sr. Also amazing president. Then you got Clinton, that's decent. Uh-oh. You guys went quiet there. I thought I lost internet connection.
No, you're good.
No, not yet. We're just sitting here admiring
But
what you're
Clinton,
saying.
I understand he had sexual relations with that woman. Whoop-de-fucking doo-dah. If he wanted to stick his thingy in there, he wanted to stick his thingy in
Okay.
there. Not meaning his penis at all, no. I'm meaning his cigar, because that's actually what happened. Two facts, by the way. It was a cigar.
That
He
and
went and smoked it.
elaborating on some of that stuff, like I don't.
Then you got his crazy wife. Oh Lord, don't get me started on that.
Yeah, that's for a different time. Talking about the,
Yeah.
Suicide hotline number. I'd like to place an order, please. Yeah, just Jeffrey Epstein. Yes. Uh-huh.
oh brother.
Uh-huh.
Oh
Get that done,
gosh.
I'll pay you $4 million. Huh? Okay, thank you.
God. Oh, Connor.
Yeah,
And
Wow.
don't get me started on the Democratic candidates
Okay.
they had this year.
we're not gonna try to get
No.
too political because
But
see what
politics
Connor-
are fun.
politics are fun, yes, but I mean we don't need to get too political on a
People
non-political
pissed off on us,
non-political episode. You know, like there's a time and place for politics, and we'll bring that up in a different one.
Time and place. No. I'll talk politics when I damn well please. Freedom of speech.
You can talk, yeah, that's good. I'm just saying, let's do it on a different episode.
Look at top stories right now.
Oh my gosh, no, but I don't know. Yeah, because I'm just gonna say this right now, Connor. That is not happening in this episode. Further down the line, and we are gonna talk about Star Wars further down the line. when
Yes,
someone
we
actually
are.
watches Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
I'm on it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't
Really?
worry about it,
Have you watched it?
sweetheart.
Have you watched any
Don't
of
worry about it, sweetheart.
it? Have you watched any of the Clone Wars since we watched it last?
Since we watched it last, that's a little dicey area because, I mean, what's the definition of watching, I mean, Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't watch any of it. You just come bitch the entire time about how this is so boring.
No, I didn't say it was boring. I said it was more aimed towards kids from the what I watched.
Oh my.
And you guys have said it gets better and the audience switches, and I'll take your word for it and I'll watch it.
0.
Some of the stuff obviously you have to watch it in a certain order. Because if you watch it normally, you're not going to understand.
It started out as it was for kids, and then they realized their audience was a little bit older, so then they went forward with it and made it a little bit more for adults, and it's very interesting. So you just got to get through the first few seasons of it, and then if you look at it now, oh, it's so good now. I can't wait. I hate it now because it's like old times with me waiting for an episode to come out every Friday night. It kills me.
Oh, dude,
because we just got past a good part. We just got past a good part in the episode where they left you off with like, what's gonna happen? You have a little cliffhanger, and I'm just wondering what's gonna happen.
I haven't seen him, Cody. Shut up.
Okay. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention this. Yeah, guys, I had an interesting night last night.
Oh yeah, let's
My
hear it.
computer took a shit.
We are at 45 minutes, so this will probably be the last thing we talk about here.
So I was editing my
speed
video.
Run, Cody, speed run.
Okay. So we did me and Kyle did a box roulette challenge. Kyle posted on his channel, go check it out, but I was editing it still, and it was about 2:30 in the morning, and I get an error on my PC. I was like, okay, so it's just like, restart your PC. I did that, went to bed, wake up in the morning, it flipping hard reset my entire PC, so I lost all my footage, everything, I didn't have any of it backed up, and so I spent the entire day today downloading everything, so I don't know when I'm going to be able to post content right now, because I gotta somehow... Connor, shut up. No, but I just had a rough day today. It was terrible. I don't know why my PC did this.
Bad.
Oh my god.
Connor, I put so much effort into my channel, and it just went down the shitter there.
No, you put too much effort in Austin Clem's channel.
Oh no.
You're not wrong.
Alright guys, that's probably going to do it for this episode of the Friendzone podcast. Throughout the episode, all of us have been drinking G Fuel. Don't worry, we haven't stopped promoting. We definitely want to get that sponsor, so go G Fuel. You drink, Kyle? Tonight I had some tropical rain.
There you go. I had some cotton candy, and I gotta say, the cotton candy is actually pretty good. It's a pretty good flavor. I'm really liking it. And PewDiePie's flavor is another good one. But Connor, what are you drinking?
Water.
All right.
Of course.
Thank you. Oh. Thanks everyone for watching.
Sour cherry.
If you guys enjoyed this episode of the podcast, make sure you
Hit the like button.
Smack the shit out of it, and subscribe to our channel and put post notifications on. Change it from personalized to all, so you don't miss a podcast from us.
If you miss the video, I will come to your house and slaughter you and your family.
In a video game, as he's joking. And thank you so much for watching, guys. And we'll see you guys into the next episode. This has been another episode of the Friend Zone. Peace, guys.
Peace out, guys.